It's down to the wire for those still working on their taxes. You have until Monday to get your papers filed, which is a bit of an extension this year. Today, tips for you procrastinators out there. Licensed CPA David Orenstein of Minneapolis firm Sima Flamesh and Orenstein is here with some last-minute tips. Good. Thank you, David. Yes. Let's talk about this. You just said the only reason we got the extension this year was it had something to do with Washington, D.C., not because of the goodness of their
There's a holiday that came into play that forced the deadline into Monday. Don't expect it to happen next year.
Okay, all right. So what can people do right now besides, contact the IRS and say,
well, you can file, if you can't make it, you can always file an extension.
Okay.
That's number one. And if you can file, obviously try to get it in. You've got the weekend to, tie down last-minute things and put the final touches on it.
Okay, so really, what's the best thing to do right now if you know for sure you're not going to have anything in the mail? Just file it online.
You can file electronically, which is a great way to go if you have a secure line and you're confident that your data is not going to get out. Because remember, all your personal information is on a tax return. Social security numbers, all your wages, everything is on your tax return. So you have to make sure it's really secure if you're doing it online. But it's a great way to do it. Your refund speed of turnaround is phenomenally fast. And it's a good way to go if you just make sure you've got a secure connection.
Well, you've been doing taxes for a number of years. What's the biggest thing that people seem to come up with over the weekend that everything's due? It's like I can't, I didn't find that one slip.
Dog ate my homework routine.
Yes, exactly.
Well, that happens. They find something that came in late, or something actually shows up in the mail that they didn't expect. That's what happens a lot of times. They didn't. It's not that they intentionally didn't know it was there. It just showed up because of a processing error or a corrected a number shows up. So that's what happens a lot toward the end here.
So if you think you're getting money back, you're in good shape. I mean, you can file that extension because you think you might be getting. But if you owe, what's the best thing to do if you still don't have it ready?
If you owe money, send in your extension with as much money as you can.
Okay.
And don't wait until you file your return. Send in the money as much as you can, your best estimate.
Okay.
That's the best route we tell people to do.
Okay, because if you're off, they'll refund it. If you're not off, the penalties will be a little bit lighter.
Absolutely. That's just the way to go. It's just reduce your penalties, reduce your interest charges. Send it in. And also remember, you have a first quarter estimate if you're making quarterly estimates during 2011. So not only do you have a balance due for 2010, you could also have a first quarter 2011 estimate due Monday, April 18th.
Well, who does the estimate or the quarterlies? I mean, is that business people or because
that's self-employed.
In our building we're not doing quarterlies.
Self-employed.
Okay.
A lot of self-employed people. People have retired people have income from dividends, interest, and stuff like that. They have no withholding. They'll be treated basically making their taxes themselves by sending it every quarter.
And I asked you about your clients, and you're pretty much done with most of your clients, but you said there's always that last-minute phone call from somebody.
There's always be somebody. There's always be a call. There'll be a question. There'll be somebody that actually decide to look at the package, and it goes with the territory. It goes with the program.
Is there an online site if people still have questions? Is it irs.gov?
Yeah, irs.gov. I mean, that's where there's all the forms and everything, instructions are posted, and it's a good resource. I use it too. I mean, sometimes you're looking for stuff. It's a great resource, and it's accurate.
All right. Good to have accuracy at this point.
Yes, ma'am.
All right. Thank you, David, for joining us. You can see all of David's tips online at KARE11.com. Just click on Money under the News tab. Well, still ahead, a sneak peek of The Office episode everybody seems to be talking about next.